So we first saw Emily Blunt kick some major ass in Edge of Tomorrow, and now she's upped that ante by being an awesome badass FBI chick in Sicario. So you already know Emily Blunt's in this, Josh Brolin's in this, Benicio del Toro kicks some major ass in this. Quite steals the show from Emily Blunt, I'd say, in this film. Yeah. But I will try to summarize the plot up real quick for you.
An FBI agent is enlisted by an elected government task force to aid in the escalating war against drugs at the border area between the U.S. and Mexico. And
that's about as specific of a plot you can get from this film, because it has the beats and the plots, the points to go to, but it just kind of like they have one overall goal, and that goal keeps on expanding and expanding, and more missions come out of the same secular goal. Very just a simplistic one, but that's okay, because that's all it needs to be to deliver the 10 scenes that this film does.
Yeah. When we first find Emily Blunt, she's working for the FBI to work kidnapping cases, and then they bring her onto the task force of, I guess it's the DEA. They never really say. They keep her in the dark the whole time. And that's what we kind of mean with the plot being kind of in the dark. They kind of keep you in the dark as well.
Because 60% of this film, she's still asking, it's like, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? You're telling me what we're doing here. So,
she becomes kind of redundant after a while.
Yeah, I mean, she's keeping getting walked on. But she has, Emily Blunt is a really strong actress, and she is definitely one of those actresses that you can cast in these type of roles where she demands authority, or you should fear her, or not necessarily fear, but be intimidated, because watching her on screen, it feels like she's earned that authority position.
Yeah, and one thing I like that they did with her, so there's times where she's upset or it seems like she's kind of weak, but they never make it seem like it's because she's a female.
Yeah, right.
It's because it's actually just it's so messed up, and she's not used to being in
that
that scenario.
Her moral compass, and stuff like that.
And I like that they didn't make a sexist thing. They actually made it where it was just a person.
So there is some extremely intense scenes in this movie. I would say there's a scene on the highway, or especially in Juarez, and then the last 30 minutes of this film is definitely on the edge of your seat, and it's totally something that you don't see coming, really, because it kind of takes a step in a different direction, because you're not following Emily Blunt's character, per se. I feel like she takes the back seat for the main ending.
Yeah, and I feel like it's because they don't want her to cross that moral compass. Yeah. Because that's when it gets to the point where it gets really dark, and you have to let the characters that are used to that take over.
Yeah, exactly. So you get to see the nitty-gritty of stuff that happens, and it is brutal, and honestly, it was pretty awesome. So both the directing and the cinematography is just gorgeous to look at. I can't tell you how many scenes that you're watching, and the characters away from the white flushed backgrounds from the beginning to when they're in the Juarez and Mexico, and it's dirty and gritty, and you feel that, or when they're in kind of in the middle of this vast land. It's just really appealing to the eyes and draws you in even further.
Yeah, I feel like Roger Deakins is the cinematographer. He's always kind of the hidden star of every movie that he does. If you don't know, he did Skyfall. He does most of the Coen Brothers stuff, and he's pretty much probably the best cinematographer that somehow has still not won an Oscar.
Yeah,
but every movie he's done he does is just absolutely gorgeous.
So Sicario will keep you on the edge of your seats, and you might want to buckle up because you're going to be going headfirst into the underworld of the cartel.
Providing a measure of order that we could control.
I'm going to tell everyone what you did.
That would be a major mistake.
Alright, so I really like this movie a lot. I think there was a lot of very heart-pounding, very intense scenes. I think it was directed really well, and like we talked about, we love the cinematography. Acting was top-notch. Benicio del Toro stole the show a little bit. And the only big problems I had was the plot. Like we said, it kind of keeps you in the dark a little bit, and for that reason, I'm going to give it 7 out of 10 reels.
I'm going to come in a little higher than you on this film. Let me get the stuff I didn't like out of the way. Just brought it down just a little bit to me. It was that there was some slow moments for this movie, especially when Emily Blunt's character is in the dark, like we said. The plot is not the strongest point. It's just something to move the whole story forward. But there's just work of art when it comes to some of the cinematography and these scenes that is just crafted by the director that is just keep you so engrossed in wanting to see what happens, and you'll be dialed in until the end of this movie. So I'm going to give this 7.6 reels out of 10. And this has been our review for Sicario.
If you like this review, click the subscribe button down below.
Thanks for watching, guys. This is The Real Report.